Hello, everybody. So this week we will start off as we typically do with the countdown, and then from there we'll jump into the welcome time. So, Jimmy, you'll just welcome us, ask everybody to stand, and then from there we will jump into Great Are You, Lord. And so on this song, pretty straightforward. Verse 1 will be Jimmy, and then from there we'll just still come in on the first chorus, and then, it goes back in the verse, staying in. We will go out the first few times through the bridge, and all the earth shall your praise. He'll do that first one by himself, and then we can come in, and then really we can be in until the end of the song there. Just keeping that song simple, but Great Are You, Lord always goes over really well with our church. And so I just think, let's not overcomplicate it. We'll come in on the first chorus and then stay in until the first bridge. That'll just be Jimmy. And then after that, we'll come back in and just be in until the end of the song. From there, we will jump into our scripture reading. So, Lindsay, I will send you that today. I would love for you to do that if you feel comfortable with it. And then from there, we would get into how deep the Father's love. The biggest thing to note with this, Lindsay, is that it's in 6/8. So it's the same counting as, oh my gosh, what's the song? Jesus, You Alone. And so with this, it's like verse 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's like it's counting that way. Doom, 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 doom. But the counts just feel a little bit longer than they should. And so it's verse 2, 3, 4, 5. How deep? So deep falls on the 6. So you come in right after the 5. So if you have any questions about that or anything, so I can't remember if you guys have the Click and Loop app and everything downloaded on your phone. If you don't, let me know and I can send all you that information. And that way you can hear how the count-in is going to be. And yeah, that way you just feel really good about it. But verse 1 will be Lindsay by herself. We'll come in on verse 2, staying out halfway through verse 3. We'll come in on why should I gain from his reward. And then from there, we'll just stay in until the end of the song. Since there's no chorus on this song, all of verse 1 will be Lindsay. We come in on verse 2. Halfway out of verse 3, we'll come back in on why should I gain from his reward, and then stay in until the end of the song. So Lindsay, if you need anything timing-wise or anything for the Click and Loop, let me know. From there, we will have a crossfade into Only a Holy God. If you note, if you happen to look at the chord chart, this song is technically a 9/8, but the Click and Loop just counts it as 6/8. So Callie, really all you need to know is that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It counts it like that. It doesn't say intro 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. It doesn't do that. Just think of it as 6/8, and you'll be just fine. Just don't worry about overcomplicating it, and we'll be good. But I thought this song went over really well last week. Verse 1 and verse 2 will just be Callie. We'll come in on the first chorus with her. Note that when you're if you're singing the harmony there, we really the way in which I was singing it last week. Come and behold him, the one and the only. Make sure you're leaning into those minors on the song. Even though one and the only, it hits an A, and so it's it's a major chord. The way they're singing it is more of a minor. So if you're singing the harmony, just make sure to lean into that minor really there with Callie. But besides that, come in on verse 1, but we'll be a little kind of dynamically low. Verse 3 stays in, because that's where it kind of, what other glory consumes like fire. And then from there on out, we're only out on halfway through verse 4, but we'll be in on the choruses, all of that. When it gets to verse 4, who else would offer his only son? And then we come in on, who else invites me to call him Father? And then we just stay in until the end of the song. All right? And then, Callie, I'll leave it up to you if you want to do that very last down chorus, after the tags of everything. We didn't do it last week only because we were going to go back into the offertory. So I'm going to take that last chorus out of the Click and Loop, and if you want to sing it, feel free, but we'll let you make that decision on Sunday. From there, though, Callie, once you're finished up, if you wouldn't mind praying for us, we will go down, and then we'll come back up. We will get ready for communion first, and so just as usual, when Chris starts to kind of get us into gets it into communion time, we will come up, and then get ready for "Oh Praise the Name." Verse 1, verse 2, I'll take. We're coming on the first chorus there together. And then we're staying in until verse 4, and then from there on out, we'll stay in together and be in until the end of the song. All right? And then for the offertory, we'll just sing the chorus twice, and that'll be it. So if you have any questions, let me know. But that is it for vocals. Band, this is where you will start the video. Really not too much to note on this week. The biggest thing is Only a Holy God. But first, start down with the countdown as we typically do. Jimmy will welcome us, and we'll get into Great Are You, Lord. Note that it's in G, but we're doing it like the track. We're just doing it in G. From there, we'll get into our scripture reading, which Lindsay will have, and then from there, we'll get into How Deep the Father's Love. How Deep the Father's Love and Only a Holy God, both of those are 6/8, and so just counting them as that. But How Deep Father's Love, we're playing that like the track, and Only Holy God, we're playing that like the track as well. Nothing's changing, nothing's different there. Only Holy God, if you look at the chart, it counts it as 9/8, but the click track itself counts it as 6/8, so just know that. If you want to count it as 9/8, you can, but honestly, it's easier to do 6/8, and that's how the track counts it anyways. But we're doing it like the track, and we're doing it like what's here. The only thing, I'm trying to think if there's anything for, no, I think we're good. We're good. I did tell Callie, so after, it has chorus 2, it has the tag, the instrumental, then the last chorus 2. If you look at the very bottom of the chart, we're going to take that out of the click and loop, and I just told Callie if she wants to do that, that's what we would do. And if she does, then we would play the chorus 2. Really, the only difference between chorus 1 and chorus 2 is that D over F sharp, and then it has that minor at the end. Come and worship the holy God. On chorus 1, it has the B minor, whereas in chorus 2, it ends on the D. So just know that. But yeah, other than that, that's the only thing that's different between that. But we would always go to chorus 2, tagging that, and that's what it says anyways. So I thought that song went over really well last week. Yeah, there's really not much to talk through of that. So, I will say the instrumental, if you see that B minor is in, not quotes, I'm sorry, I can't even think right now. Anyways, it's highlighted. That B minor is the same B minor that Come and Worship the Holy God, where it hits that B minor. Those are the same B minors there. So anytime, oh my gosh, I'm blanking right now. I'm sorry. But anytime something like that is on the chord chart, just know that that is the same chord or same note as something that is previously labeled. And then from there, we will go down, and then we come back up. We have we have communion, and then we'll go into a Praise the Name, which is in A. Not changing anything about this song. The only thing to note on this is when we go back into the song during the offertory, we will do chorus, and we'll just plan to do chorus 2 progression. All right. But besides that, we're good to go. Parentheses. Gosh, I couldn't think of the word. I'm sorry. And talking about Only Holy God, parentheses, when you see that on the instrumental. So I will see you guys Sunday.